Following the recent Logan Paul YouTube scandal, there have been many questions raised about the ability of YouTube to censor video content. This certainly is not the first time there have been criticism over controversial videos on the website, but this particular story seems to have gained much more news coverage. In the studio today is Dylan Reeves Fellows, also known as Student Vlogs, who's been posting his university experience on YouTube and amassed a following of over 15,000 subscribers. Thank you very much for joining us,
Thank
Dylan.
you for having me.
Firstly then, we were discussing before, we both haven't seen the video because it was sort of gone in a flash.
Yes, but I know all about it and what kind of the controversies are with it.
Yeah.
Right, so.
I think we can both agree that the video itself obviously shouldn't have been
I think it's one of them things where Logan should have known that his audience is quite young, and to actually see such graphic imaging live in the video was a bit disturbing for them and maybe shouldn't have actually been aired. But it's funny because obviously there's a lot of clickbait on YouTube, and I remember scrolling through my subscription box and I saw the video and it was like, oh, about finding the live dead body, and it was in the thumbnail. I thought surely that's clickbait.
Well, according to, I just from what I've read, that video went through manual checking. Yeah. So because of the amount of videos that go through, as I'm sure you know, go up to YouTube every day, we can't sit and check them. This one, because of his main...
It got flagged so many times it went through.
Well, it went through manual checking and then still managed to end up at the top of the YouTube trending bit.
I know, so it got...
Do YouTube do enough then to censor video content, and is there a distinct problem with how they choose, or who they choose rather, to place ads on?
Yeah, I think it's an interesting one, because I think YouTube do actually generally do a good job. There's so many creators out there, but I think it's more of like, there's almost a bias towards the bigger creators, because if you think about it, like, if people would generally go on the platform YouTube to watch Logan Paul, and then from there onwards they go and click several other videos, and as they do that, obviously YouTube gain and everyone else kind of gains, and it all kind of was triggered from them going to watch Logan Paul. So I feel like they do enough in regards to actually censoring the content normally, but they do kind of let things slide and favour the bigger content creators on their site, which can sometimes be not the best thing.
That's something that's been brought up a lot with them, and ever since this controversy and the PewDiePie controversy and various others, they've taken steps today to make it more difficult for, I think they use a certain term that it was sort of like problem content makers, shall we say.
Yes.
So those who are maybe a little more edgier, and in the case of Logan Paul,
age inappropriate maybe.
Yeah, they've made it more difficult for people with lesser numbers of followers to get onto the ad revenue programs. Is this firstly a step in the right direction, and is it enough, or do they need to go a lot further?
I think it's about finding the right balance. I think it's good that they're taking action because of what's kind of gone on, but I think it's like, as you say, like the manual review thing, that should have not passed the manual review. So their system was working almost good, like, okay, it's been flagged, right, it's been flagged so many times, we need to have a manual review. And then when it gets to that manual review stage, they should have realised, actually, no, this is not suitable. So it's like, I know the system didn't 100% do its job, but it gave everyone a chance to, like, it gave, how to say it, Logan a chance to remove the video, and YouTube actually had a chance to remove the video by their system, which I think was good, but they just didn't take that chance. So I think they still do need to go a bit further.
Do you, and this is a criticism often levelled at YouTube, especially with the whole adpocalypse, as it were, with channels that some may deem, or advertisers just want to stay away from, even though they're not particularly, that bad. Yeah. Do you think there's a trend in YouTube censoring where they're going to become super afraid of letting anything go onto the platform and receive ad revenue, or even perhaps go onto the platform in general that's even slightly controversial, even slightly rocks the boat? And is this worrying?
Yeah, I think it's worrying in the sense that it might limit some genuine people who like want to express their opinion, but it might be more of like an opinion which is disagreed with amongst most people, and it kind of turns into the fact, like, is it like people are scared to express that in case they get kind of shouted upon by YouTube and demonetized? Because for a lot of people it is kind of it's their job, it's the only source of income. So I think it is tricky in regards to kind of finding the right balance between censoring and then allowing certain things as well. So I don't know, it's just a really tricky one in general. Yeah.
Finally then, do you foresee this putting yourself and indeed other content creators away from YouTube. I know a lot of people have had to supplement their YouTube income with Patreon accounts and things like that. But do you foresee this pushing content creators away from the platform altogether? And including yourself in that?
Yeah, I think in regards to me, obviously student vlogs, if you want to follow that, YouTube do that. But basically, where my channel is kind of very dedicated to university life, it's kind of very like age appropriate. There's nothing that would be too edgy on there which would maybe cause me to, well hopefully not anyway, to lose ad revenue, etc. But there are channels that are solely built from the foundation of kind of maybe mocking other people or having a bit of a laugh at other people's expense. And I think in regards to that, that might push them sort of channels away from YouTube, because obviously they wouldn't be getting as much ad revenue where kind of they're a bit more on the edgy side. And I think at the moment there's no alternative platform, because like there's nowhere else where you could put that content, get the same amount of like views and recognition. So at the moment I don't see it pushing too many people away, but if there was a rival, let's say a rival YouTube that seems very unlikely at the moment, but you never know with how fast technology develops, then I could see it as a possible and plausible way in which content creators could get around get around that.
Dylan, thank you very much for
joining us.
Thank you very
much indeed.
University of York's official student radio station.